Hey everyone, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, and across the interwebs from me is Tad. Hi, Tad.
Hey, Tyler, how are you?
I am a little stressed. I have a play opening up this Friday. And yeah, this is hell week. This is where after today I am just straight for 2 weeks doing the play. So
Gotcha.
yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, yeah. How are you?
Tired.
Mm-hmm.
Lots. I mean, it was spring break, but I crammed a lot into it.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly good. I get to go back to school tomorrow, and I'm kind of ready. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing my kids, but yeah, you know how it is. You know
Yes.
how it is. You're a teacher.
Yeah, I don't really get a spring break. We get a couple days off
Yeah,
around Easter.
yeah.
So,
We'll get Good Friday off.
hmm
So, should we hit the news?
yeah, let's see what's going on with looks like Diamond is up first.
Well, not Diamond is up for sale. Their bankruptcy auction has occurred, and uh, um, the winning bid was from Alliance Entertainment.
Yep.
Um, so closing is subject to approval by the bankruptcy court and is scheduled to take place on April 10th. So, word is that the Alliance is a well-financed, well-managed company, according to ICV2, that
hmm
has the resources to transform and modernize the comics and game distribution business. So hopefully this is good news. They've got good um, financials. They've got a history in selling music, including vinyl. So they've already worked in a business that is a one where shipping things in pristine condition is important.
Yep. Exactly.
Um, Looks like they already have already shipped to Walmart, Amazon, Best Buy, Costco, Target, Kohl's, BJ's, Meijer, and Barnes and Noble. So who knows if that could mean that we get a wider net of comics out in the world because they'll be available through a distributor that those companies already deal with.
hmm
How quick it happens becomes another question, however.
Yeah.
Um, as the Beats, Heidi McDonald is reporting that Bruce Ogilvy, the chairman of Alliance, was was uh, was snagged by the Beyond Wednesday's Industry of Comics podcast.
hmm
Um, and in that, he said that they hadn't purchased Diamond primarily for the comics. Their interest was for more of this, probably the toys, etc.
Yeah.
But it does also sound like they're open and interested in learning about the intricacies of comics business, etc. So
Yeah. Hopefully.
hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully it means that they're looking to keep the comics side going and strong, um, etc. We will see.
hmm
The other piece of news from the Beat is that Image has filed an objection to um, their distribution contract with Diamond being included as part of the um, bankruptcy law, the way I understand it, the way Maryland law works, um, and Maryland is where Diamond is based. Um, you have the right to terminate I forget what word it was used when I read about it the first time, but essentially a distribution contract agreement. In other words, like uh, they're not supplying something to Diamond, they're using Diamond as a middleman, et cetera. Does that make sense? Something like that. Um,
Yeah.
if the ownership changes hands. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Um, and uh, yeah,
Okay.
hopefully it won't kill anything.
Yeah.
Because God knows
How
the industry needs.
how has it been at your local comic store with Lunar and Penguin? Has it been going all right?
I mean, yeah, as they switch over.
Yeah.
So, um, but yeah, no, D Diamond previously was the nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, um,
I
so hopefully it all works out. It'll probably be a month or two before we even begin to get a real feel.
yeah,
And
I
sorry, that
agree.
was so rambling. That was like the most rambling way of talking about very little news. Uh, I was
Well,
mildly distracted by other things, including, hey, Tyler, have
yeah.
you ever gotten a signal invite from like a national security advisor? Because I
No.
mean, apparently they just give those out to anybody.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
can you think of a worse person to include on your classified war planning chat in which you confess to international war crimes
Yeah.
than the editor in chief of The Atlantic? I mean, for us, it's like the best person that could be included. But like, if you're wanting to hide crimes and incompetence,
I know. How did this? Okay, like I'm just flabbergasted
like
at
the
like
best guess is that his contact was already in the guy's phone
yeah,
and that he has the same initials as somebody else that they wanted to put on the chat.
true.
And it was like an autofill mistake.
Yeah.
That's the best guess.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
crazy, man. I just
it's
and then
also crazy that none of them noticed.
the fact that they're using this
Yeah,
uh
no,
slack
totally illegal that they're
not
using
Slack,
it to
but
begin with.
yeah.
Totally illegal that they set it up to delete the documents because that
Hmm.
that that breaks record keeping laws. Um, and like in the whole incompetence, what's also being lost is like in the chat, it talks about seeing apparently the Houthis top bomb maker or whatever go into his
Yeah.
girlfriend's apartment building and they leveled the building.
Yep.
And that's how they know that he's dead. Here's the problem. They just admitted to targeting civilians.
This is gonna be bad
I mean, it
for
should
them. For
be.
them. For yeah.
It should be.
Unfortunately, I'm
We've
laughing.
already gone through the whole no, it didn't happen. Oh, no, it happened, but the press is evil. Oh, wait, that makes it worse if we say that it's a bad journalist that we gave it to rather than a good journalist that we gave it to. Um, um, well, it's no big deal. We've already made that full evolution
Yeah,
in a week.
it's crazy.
This is the world we live in, Tyler.
I know.
This is the world we live in.
I just I just can't. I think it's really crazy how every time one of them is put under scrutiny for this, like
Yeah.
even Pete Hegseth, for example, just goes off about how bad of a journalist this
Yeah.
Goldberg is, and it's like,
It's like,
you know,
wait a minute. In this case, that doesn't make it better.
right? Trump did the same thing
Right.
about Goldberg,
Right.
and then
We didn't
now,
we didn't include a respected, renowned journalist. We included a conspiracy mongering, Trump hating journalist. That does not make your position better when you are the one that included him in the chat thread.
I don't think they were counting on him releasing anything.
I am certain that they assumed that he wouldn't actually release, but they
Yep.
also essentially forced him to.
Right. But I mean, they're crazy lying. Yes.
They essentially forced him to. Um, uh, uh, yeah,
I mean, it has just been insane. The level of stupidity coming
just,
from, I mean, everywhere.
just, just like crazy dumb,
Yeah. I saw my
crazy
first,
dumb.
I've seen a Cybertruck in the wild before, but I saw my
I've
first one
seen lots of them, unfortunately.
anyway, but I saw my first one in Laverne today.
Yeah.
Yep. They're on the rise, man. I mean, I don't condone the violence against people who own Cybertrucks or Teslas in
No,
general.
or even the vandalism.
Right.
But I did see a thing where somebody had put the "I bought this before Elon went crazy" on the back of their Cybertruck, and
That's
somebody else put a sticker underneath it that said, or taped like a piece of paper underneath it that said, "Elon went nuts before this was released."
exactly. The Cybertruck is like pretty new.
Right. Um, so yeah.
Um, but just from a design standpoint, have you seen anything that looks
Oh my God.
less
Oh my
cool?
God. No.
I
No.
mean,
They're horrible.
it's an elementary child's rendition of what a car looks
And they
like.
keep blowing up or having panels fall off. I mean, they've had to do full recalls, I think, 3 times now.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's insane, man. Ugh.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So are you doing anything their protest next Saturday, April 5th?
Hmm.
Are have you found your demonstration near you?
Um, I have not, but my wife is kind of in charge of our Laverne Lefties group.
Yeah.
Her and another lady in town, and so they are on it. I just haven't been informed because I
Okay.
am too busy with my play.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha. But you're
we are
planning. You're
we're
planning to be
sending,
somewhere.
yeah.
for
Yep.
the hands off our jobs, wallets, bodies, Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, fair election. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Schools, library, energy, lots of things. Hands off lots of things. Mass mobilization Saturday, April 5th. I will be in Daily Plaza in Chicago. I encourage people to be wherever they can be.
Hmm.
So, but let's talk some comics. I'm in the mood to talk some
Yes.
comics. Are you in the mood to talk some comics?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I've been to my comic store a few times this week because on Wednesday they received their Lunar and Penguin orders, but the remainder of what they were getting from Diamond took a few days. And so I went back to see if there was any Diamond stuff that I needed, and it turns out there wasn't. So don't forget your briefcase, number one. This one we gotta get Elliot on the horn. This is Elliot Rahal and Philip
Yeah.
Sevy. Everywhere the president goes, there is a military liaison who follows, carrying a briefcase with the codes to launch a nuclear strike. And it's just been lost. This is the story about what happens when a 10-year-old boy finds a nuclear football and accidentally brings the world to the brink of annihilation. This is going to be
Nice.
this is going to be in stores on June 25th from Mad Cave.
Mad Cave continues to kill it.
Hmm.
Uh, Gehenna, Naked Aggression from Patrick Kindlon and Maurizio Rosenzweig. Uh, there's a contract out on Gehenna, but she's managed to stay alive long enough that that contract has been resold several times as consolidated debt between criminal organizations. Now she intends to put a stop to the chain of custody on that contract with a bullet. In stores June 11th.
Let's
Gotta
see.
love the mixing of organized crime and white collar crime there.
Yeah. Looks like Ryan North is jumping over to DC for this one. Crypto, the Last Dog of Krypton, by Ryan North and Mike Norton. All-star writer Ryan North crash lands Crypto on Earth. There will come a day when Crypto stands beside Superman, helping him fight off monsters, aliens, and supervillains. A day when this dog will save his adoptive world thanks to the incredible powers granted him by Earth's strange yellow sun. But he's not there yet. Today, Crypto is a normal puppy on Krypton, spending each happy, snoozy, endless day alongside his family, Jor-El, Lara, and baby Kal-El. And when a rocket test goes wrong, Crypto finds himself lost in space and soon crash landing all alone on a strange and alien world called Earth. In stores June 18th.
All righty. Toxie Team Up #1 from Mark Russell and Richard Pace,
This
spinning
looks great.
straight out of his acclaimed solo title. The Toxic Avenger battles alongside some of comics' greatest and most controversial superstars in this surprise limited series. First up, from Ahoy's own Second Coming, Jesus Christ, the Son of God, written and drawn by that smash hit comics creative team, Mark Russell and Richard Pace, with a cover by Toxie's own artist, Fred Harper, in stores June 11th.
This is going to be great.
I love it. I love it. Totally love it. Um, some graphic novels, Atabana,
Mhm.
Volume 1 from author-illustrator Non, translated by Caleb Cook from Dark Horse Manga. A horrifying double murder and shocking confession uncovers a dark secret in this suspenseful criminal drama manga. Small town is shocked by the gruesome murder of a student and a ramen shop owner. Mizuki Aikawa, one of the victim's best friends and classmate, confesses to the brutal crime. However, a local reporter and Mizuki's public defenders are convinced there's more to the story. As the truth unravels, a tale of class exploitation and the demands of family is revealed. This just looks cool.
Yeah. The Devil's Grin. This one looks awesome from Fantagraphics. This is from Alex Graham. With its mix of comedy, horror, magic realism, anthropomorphism, naturalism, humor, psychedelia, and pathos, The Devil's Grin is a remarkable work of contemporary fiction by one of comics' most distinctive storytellers, weaving together multiple arcs at a brisk, deft pace. Graham juggles their secrets, desires, and insecurities in continually surprising ways, slowly introducing layers of malice that lead to an unexpected darkness. Graham's clear yet loose cartooning perfectly unfolds every twist and turn with creative precision. This is going to be in stores June 18th.
It's you again.
All right. Transformers, Worst Bot Ever, trade paperback from Brian Smitty Smith and Mars Jr. The Decepticons are known for being bad, but Ballpoint is truly the worst, the biggest failure of them all. After the latest attempt to take down the Autobots goes horribly wrong, he's kicked out of the Decepticons for good. Will Ballpoint be able to prove his worth by defeating the Autobots all by himself? Or will he keep failing and find that the best is more than meets the eye? This will be in shops on July 9th.
And there's also
From,
a
yeah, from Image.
image. There's a free comic day preview of it as well.
It looks
So
sweet. It looks really funny.
I do kind of love the Transformer ballpoint pen.
Yes, Ballpoint. That's a great name.
The Woman with 50 Faces from Jonathan Lackman and Zachary J. Pinson. On April 7th, 1928, Maria Lani blew into Paris, claiming to be a famous German actress, and proceeded to seduce the cultural elite with her undeniable charisma and strangely enticing, enigmatic aura. She persuaded 50 artists: Pierre Bonnard, Marc Chagall, André Derain, Henri Matisse, Georges-Henri Renaud. If I'm pronouncing any of these wrong, you should fix it for me, Tyler, because you're actually the artist.
Yeah.
Fernand, Fernand, Fernand Lagarde and Suzanne Valadon among them, to immortalize her in paintings and sculptures, which would appear as an important plot device in a forthcoming film. Unveiled as an exhibition in New York, the artworks traveled to Chicago, London, Berlin, Rotterdam, and Paris. But in 1931, as legend eventually had it, she and her husband, Max Abramowitz, vanished without a trace. And so did the art. The film was never made.
That's cool. That looks really, I
So
mean, this
in
was not on my
store
radar. Yeah.
in stores June 25th.
Looks awesome.
Yeah. Couple of collections.
hmm The Death of Superman Absolute Edition hardcover. This is the landmark story that changed comics forever. It is bigger than ever and jam-packed with goodies and extras. This will be in shops not till November 25th
It
from
is in like a
DC.
coffin box. So
Really?
that's
That'll be
that's
cool.
kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's housed within a resealable black poly bag, marking
Mm.
marked with the bleeding S. So like
With the red, yeah.
right, right. So I mean the it definitely has really cool packaging. I don't know if I agree that it changed comics forever. And I am a fan of this story, but I still think that that's slightly
Overselling it.
overselling it.
Yeah. I
It's a good
agree.
story,
hmm Well, I mean, okay, at the time in 92, was it?
right?
Okay, at the time, it did rock the comics world because they didn't know if they were going to come back with Superman, right?
Yeah.
The fans didn't.
I
Uh,
actually think the biggest way that it changed comics forever is it's the first massive cautionary tale in don't invest in comic books. This was a book that it was going for like $200 a pop like a week after it came out
yeah,
and sealed in the poly bag, mint condition. Now you can get it for $20.
right, right. Sealed, yeah,
Right,
and you
right.
can find
Like
unsealed ones
almost
anywhere.
40 years later. Unsealed, it's in the dollar bin.
Hmm. I agree, man. That everybody thought that was the hot new comic or hot investment to make, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. Just comics are for reading.
I wasn't reading Superman at the time because I could only afford one comic a week.
Yeah, I get it.
So I was reading Amazing Spider-Man, but
Gotcha.
I made an exception that week and got Superman for
Right,
that, you know.
right. So, also available for order is one of my favorite series
Hmm.
of last year. Sir from Fellhound. Get ready for your new obsession, motorcycle jousting. Fate brutally separated Avery Sakai from her girlfriend Nico Singh, but acceptance at Bridleham Academy might be just the thing to bring them back together. As it turns out, though, Nico's extracurriculars are the last thing Avery expected. Now, to win a chance at love, Avery will need to throw herself into the violent but captivating world of the motorcycle jousting fight club known as the Seismic Iron Clash Roulette. From Fellhound and Boom Comics, Boombox, their YA
Well,
line in stores June 3rd. I love this book so much.
all you have to say, motorcycle jousting, right?
Motorcycle jousting. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just yes, it's just amazing.
Some final order cutoff this week for Action Philosophers, Omnipotence for Dummies from Fred Van Lente and Ryan Dunleavy, coming out from Rocket Ship Entertainment on May 7th. Huck, Big Bag World from Mark Millar and Raphael Albuquerque from Dark Horse on May 14th. Let's play Let's Play the hit webcomic volumes 1 through 4 are all final order cut off this week from Leanne M. Krekic and Rocket Ship Entertainment. They will be released weekly between May 7th and May 28th. Lost Fantasy #1 from Kurt Pyers and Luca Castellanguida from Image Comics. I forgot to say when that comes out, but I'm pretty certain it's May 7th, though it could be as early as April 30th. Slasher's Apprentice #1 from Justin Richards and Val Halverson from Mad Cave Comics is coming out April 30th. Crowdfunding, we've got Zombie Date Night 2 from Steve Urena and Sergey Dominic from
Hmm.
Kickstarter through April 15th. We had Steve Urena on for his previous comic Foul Mouth. The Mask of Halia, Echoes of the Forgotten Past from Cecilia Lim, Waverly Lim, Susan Bin, Vic Kaito, and Caitlin Fagilan from Quinto Comics is kickstarting through April 17th. I just talked to Cecilia and Waverly. And then a friend of the podcast and Die participant
Hmm.
Jonathan would like us to know about Cure Breed from Cube of Justice Films through on Kickstarter through April 21st.
Pure breed. Okay. I'll check
Yeah,
it out.
it's
I'll
a
check
horror
that out.
film. Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
So, Tyler, what'd you love this week? And you got one that's on my list,
You
though I
know,
crammed it in with two others in my two spots.
right. Great. This was tough this week to pick like an order because I loved all three of these books really a
Right.
lot. Um, Wolverine, Ultimate Wolverine #3, by Chris Condon and Alessandro Cappuccio from Marvel was amazing. If you're enjoying this story where
It's so
Wolverine
good.
is like the Winter Soldier kind of thing, it's yeah, it's really cool.
So
And
good.
then I can't wait till it starts crossing over with the Ultimate X-Men title that Peach Momoko is doing. I think that'll be really cool.
Is that
Uh,
coming up?
I don't know. I hope so.
I didn't even know.
I don't. I just hope it does. Being that in the regular Marvel world, Wolverine is an X-Men. Um, but second up was Batman: The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween #6 from Jeff Loeb and Enrico Marini from DC. This is really fun because we have some of Tim Sale's art on the covers. And I
Yeah, I
got,
haven't actually gotten to this one yet. That's how many good books there were this week.
yeah. And so it's really fun to see old Tim Sale artwork on them. Um, so yeah. Anywho, so Batman, The Long Halloween, right? He's getting closer to figuring out who is basically the copycat, I think is what we're going with right now
Right.
of uh of the previous killer. But we'll find out. And then sticking with Batman, because I am such a Hush fan, Batman 158 was Hush 2 from Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. Um, did you read this yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so
Again, there were so many goddamn. I haven't even got into Money Shot Big Bang yet.
oh, I have, and it was a close call whether that should be in
Yeah.
my top three. But I really like these Batman books this week. I was really hooked on them.
I mean, part of the reason I haven't gotten to Money Shot Big Bang is it was one of the ones that I only had physically, and I didn't manage to pick up the physical comics until yesterday because I was out of town. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, there's been a ridiculous number of good books this week. I also haven't gotten to Absolute Wonder Woman, even though I've loved the series so far. Haven't gotten to Absolute Manhunt, Martian Manhunter, even though I adore Dennis Camp. Um,
Oh,
Loved
speak.
Exorcism of 1600 Pen. Loved Falling in Love on the Path to Hell. Loved Feral. Loved Free for All. Loved Green Arrow actually made it up to my list. I forgot to delete it from down here. Sorry. Uh,
Don't let me forget to ask you about the Dennis Camp and then others interview. I just want to know when it should post.
oh, the Dennis Kitchen.
Dennis Kitchen. Yep. Sorry, not Camp.
Yes, yes, yes. We're waiting for their Kickstarter to go live. We don't
Okay.
have it yet.
Yeah. Yes, not
Howl was
Camp.
great. Didn't get to Long Cold Winter yet. Patchwork Girl of Oz was great. Didn't get to Murder Kingdom yet. Star Trek Defiant was great. I can't believe. I absolutely can't believe. And these three are why I almost went 9 this week. We're taking everyone down together. Number 1, You'll
Yes.
Do Bad Things. Number 1, and Wonder Woman
Yep.
19 were all amazing. None of them made my top 3. For that matter, number 2 on my top 3
Hmm.
was the triptych of Chris Condon books. Far down below number 1, Green Arrow number 22, Ultimate Wolverine number 3. All books good enough to be number 1 in some week in the distant past before we reached the platinum age of comics that we're in. But Reversal, the graphic novel from Alex DeCampi and Skylar Patridge came out this week, and fuck, is it good?
Yes.
It's
Totally.
ridiculously good.
Yep.
Um, so it took my top spot, and then Bitterroot, the next movement number 1, also came out this week. It was absolutely amazing. David Walker, Chuck Brown, and Sanford Green. So it took my third spot, and all of those other ones got left out. But we got to meet Brooks in One Piece, and discover a floating ghost island. And that's all I learned in the one chapter that I managed to read this week. Um,
I think it's hilarious that while you were setting up for you and I talking, you started reading the a chapter, and it just kind of, why didn't you just let it go and just be like, I didn't read. Uh,
because I was the the cliffhanger last week was so good that I've been meaning to get back to it all week. There's just been all sorts of other comics to read. And then I had like an hour between what I was doing and this podcast, and I
yeah.
started reading it. And then I got, I had messages come in. I had just enough distracting me that I didn't manage to finish it in that hour. I'm like, no, God damn it. I'm finishing this chapter.
And not only that, you got a little bit of a cliffhanger, like you said, about the uh, ghost ship or the ghost.
Right. I got the cliffhanger about the ghost ship that will certainly have me continuing
Hmm.
to read as soon as we go off air.
Yep.
So,
The ghost
um,
island. The ghost island.
yeah.
Um,
So,
it's cool, man.
yeah.
I am really liking where this story is going.
Oh, it's
Um,
great.
yeah, and I like it at the end of this. You finished this volume or this chapter, right?
Right. I
43.
finished 443.
Yeah.
I
Um,
just met the Ghost Island.
mhm.
I mean, met. It's an island, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. You were just introduced to it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very cool.
So am I going to like the next 7 chapters?
I like it. It's really
Okay.
fun. The
I mean, I'm really, really hoping that they can get Brooks's shadow back so he can stay in the crew.
yeah,
That
I'm not gonna
that's
comment for you.
that's my dream right now because he's
Yeah,
cool.
right.
The skeleton with the afro.
Hmm. I think, yeah, I'm looking at the next chapter that I just read. I don't want to give anything away, but like, what can
That's
I?
I'm not too
Okay.
worried about it.
All right.
But
Well,
let's talk some monstrous. The plot thickened there too.
yes, it certainly did. Let me.
We met
Oh,
Micah's dad. He's kind of a dick.
yeah.
Um,
Okay. There we go. Um, I just again, I want to start off talking about the artwork. Like there was a flashback at the beginning where, I don't know how long ago, it just says years ago, of a little baby, and the baby's in its little bassinet thing, and the artwork is just so like muted, uh and I don't know, it almost looks like you're looking at it through a dirty lens kind of,
yeah,
and and I just love the way it's approached, the way it's layered. Um, yeah. Anyhow.
it is definitely outstanding artwork.
Hmm.
Um, Sana Takeda is like really good at this. Is the best way to put it. She's just really really good at this.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, and then not that it wasn't PG before, but I feel like the blood in this volume was a little bit more
oh
intense.
yeah, no, it might have been PG-13 before this volume was R.
Yeah.
Um, though I also love getting to know Kippa better,
Hmm.
and the fact that we're now starting to see hints that there might be more to Kippa than we knew too.
Right.
Um,
Exact. Yeah.
which is just I love Kippa, so like it would be really cool if it turns out Kippa is more than just the like damsel in distress. That is at least a little bit of how she's been played so far. Um,
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, there's more to her than meets the eye for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. definitely.
Yeah. And I'm with you.
And it's really
Definitely
fun
like,
seeing that.
hmm
So,
I'm just flipping through it. When he, um, or she, what the artist is female, right?
the
When,
artists, yeah, both creators are female.
yeah, when they, when she does that, I'm looking in my digital copy, it's page 26. The blood coming out of his face, out of the hole where the eye, right, of the eye socket. Um, I was reading that when my daughter was over my shoulder, and she was like, "What are,
Daddy?
what are you reading?" And granted, that's not the grossest thing I've ever read, obviously, but she's 6, and so she's like, "You shouldn't read stuff with blood in it." It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like
Yeah,
this
but
has
no, the
this.
we're seeing more intrigue. We're
Hmm.
discovering that Micah's friend from like volume one, like really from issue one, is a much more uh, complex and shadowy character than we'd realized. A little
Right.
bit of a spy. Um, the cat is finally full on out in the open and like seems to have paid his debts and decided to stay with Micah and Kippa anyway.
Yep.
And it seems like they're possibly letting him. He's kind of on probation right now.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it's so much intrigue, so much world building.
Yes. That's what I love about the book that we've been reading, especially in this monstrous world, which, I see it on the shelf every month, and it's just been something that I don't know, overlook, or I'm like under
Yeah.
my radar or something.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to catch up now so I can start buying it. Monthly
Yeah.
would be, I should just start, right? I think I saw it this week actually. Uh,
Yeah, I don't know if it came out this week or if it's due out next week. I know there's a new issue relatively soon. How about that?
yeah, I should just start buying them and holding on to them until I catch up.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that or if I'm gonna stick to trades. I haven't decided yet. And that's one of the reasons that but I'm definitely
Yeah.
looking forward to
Mm.
continuing doing trades when I think the fact that we did it means that we'll be like we were with Azadora or like we are with Azadora and Astro City and Black Hammer when there's a new trade, it means that we stop and read it and then talk about it.
You're
Um,
right. Yeah, you're right. Um,
so
and besides that, this really isn't a story that I feel like would do well in issues. Now, I haven't read
yeah,
it
I
in
don't
issues.
know. And that one's hard for me to say. They're
Yeah.
definitely packed. So in some ways, I think never going more than a month without reading it might be good.
Like, did you happen to, I don't know, you're probably not, but with the Watchmen,
Right.
you didn't read it as it came out, right?
I mean, Watchmen came out when I was 4.
Okay, I that's what I was wondering. I'm like, I don't remember what year it came out.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at my point is that can you imagine reading Watchmen as it came out and then
Um,
having to remember back to what in the heck he was talking about, especially during those interludes, um
I think, yeah, no, toss up, but this is so much longer
yes, it
already.
is. Yes, I
It's
think we're at
already 4 times
50.
longer than Watchmen.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Yes, you're
Um,
right.
yeah,
It's really
but
cool though.
yeah,
I mean, you get something of everything in here. You've got the fantasy with the animals and the anthropomorphic animals, right? And then you've got,
Well, and apparently it's got a lot of basis in Chinese folklore.
yeah,
Um, so yeah,
I mean,
for that matter, I didn't figure this out until I read something about it, and then I looked at it more closely. It's like it's set in East Asia. There's
yeah,
it's a fantasy world, but using East Asia. It's not like a completely fictional world.
yes, correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I was going, I mean, it's got fantasy, it's got sci-fi in it. It's got action. It's,
Hmm.
it's horror-ish. Um, it's just so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm really contemplating buying these, whether I should
Yeah.
buy them, because they are ones that I want to add to my collection in some form.
Yeah. I
And
know that at some point I'm going to want the hardcovers. So
mhm,
that's kind of where I'm leaning is
you're holding
like
off.
at some point start picking up the hardcovers. The first two hardcovers are available. Um, you know, read it as trades as it comes out for the show, but have the version that I have in my physical collection be the hardcovers.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I don't have a lot of hardcovers in my collection. I'm looking over at it right now.
I've
You
been
know what?
buying, I've been more and more having hardcovers be my preferred form for collections.
Yeah, I was so into was it Blackest Night, Darkest Night with Green Lantern.
Okay.
I was so hooked on that. I bought all of that in hardcover, all of the side stuff, right? Uh, I loved that. That was, and it seems silly now looking back on it because it's like I don't know why I
I mean,
own
I've
these.
heard great things. I haven't actually read it yet.
You haven't?
No, I've heard that I need to,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
but
if
I
you
have never been as much of a DC guy. Um,
right, right.
and it also came out in an era where I wasn't actually reading a ton of comics other than collected or graphic novels. So like I wasn't in comic shops to have people go, "Oh, are you reading this event? It's amazing,"
Yes, I
etc.
totally get that. Yep. Walking into a
Yeah.
comic shop and having them go, "Oh, I'm glad you're here because this just came out today and it's perfect for you." You know, I kind of miss that because my comic shop has got new employees that don't know me like that anymore.
Right.
So it's kind of bummer. But
Well, they'll get to know you.
yeah, yeah,
They'll get to know you. Hopefully.
yeah. So Tad, what three books do you hope will be spectacular this week?
See, I am like this is another one where it's like, how can a comic centered not just on baseball, but like Negro League baseball not be in my top spot? And the
Yes,
answer is there's a new book from Doug
from Doug.
Wagner and Daniel Hilliard. So number one is I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer. Number one from Doug Wagner and Daniel Hilliard. And number two is from Pastime number one from Joe Harris and Russell Olson. That's from Image Comics and Mad King Comics, respectively. And then the Polis one shot from Mark Russell and Lacey at AWA takes my three spot because I love me some Mark Russell. And like it's supposed to be like a utopia thing, and I'm so used to Mark Russell and dystopia that I'm
Yeah,
kind of looking forward to.
a
Utopia.
utopia. So with the
Right.
fashion, I was a fashion school serial killer. Going back to that, is that in the plastic world or is
I
it separate?
think so.
Okay, very cool.
Um, but yeah, no, I don't care.
No, I don't either. I just
It'll
for
be great.
conversation. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, man, what else is coming out? Are
uh,
you? I know you like the Absolute books a little more than I have. Do you like? Are you excited for Green Lantern?
uh, like so far, the only one that I read every one of is I mean, I actually like the Absolute books about even. You've been reading Absolute Batman, and I've been
Batman.
reading Absolute Wonder Woman.
Oh, I thought you were doing Superman and Batman as well.
I mean, I read the first issue of both of them, and I
Okay.
somewhat intend to read collections and or binge at some point. I don't
Okay.
dislike them,
Got it.
but they weren't enough to keep me on monthly.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I kind of expect that Martian Manhunter will be because I
Yes, it's
love
in my
Dennis
pile.
Camp.
Yeah.
Um, uh, you know, I'm on the fence on whether I'll read issue 2 of Absolute Flash right away. It's Jeff Lemire. It was great, but it's also Flash, and I only kind of care.
Kind of care. I care none. And I love
Right,
Jeff Lemire. And I love Jeff Lemire. I'm like, I don't need to read it.
right. I mean, it was really great. It was really, really great. I
Yeah.
cannot emphasize that enough.
Yeah.
The issue 1 of the Flash, Absolute Flash, was great, and if you're a Flash fan, you'll totally adore it. I don't. I think I'm way more likely to read it in trade or binge the first 12 issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I'll suddenly be in a mood for it and I'll catch up rather
Yeah.
than trying to do monthly. And Green Lantern, it's Al Ewing, so I'll probably give the
That's a
first one a
maybe.
read at some point.
Yeah.
But like, I have less interest in Green Lantern than I have in Flash.
Okay. All right.
So, I mean, we'll see.
All right. Um,
I am looking forward to John Jennings writing Ironheart, though.
hmm
Um, it was kind of hard to leave that out of the top three. I'm looking forward to the Charles Soule Daredevil Cold Day in Hell. Uh, Lore War starts up next week in the Star Trek universe. Uh, Ram V is reunited with Anand RK for Resurrection Man Quantum Karma. I'm looking forward to that. And John Harris Dunnings and Steve Orlando have their third issue of Ripperland next week. So I mean, and Kelly Thompson with Birds of Prey. There's lots of cool stuff next week.
yeah.
What are you looking forward to?
Well,
Because
speaking of Charles
I
Soule,
I'm happy that you're on board now with this first one
yeah.
because I think you were
Speaking of
behind.
Charles, yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of Charles Sewell, Lucky Devils #3, and Ryan Brown from Image. Lucky Devils is one of those things for me that was a slow creep, right? The first issue, I was like, I kind of like it, and then buying the second one was a last, afterthought. I'm like, oh, okay, put it in my pile. And then it really caught me, the second one too.
yeah,
Yep, I'm on board now. And
it's
then
very good.
yeah. And then Plague House #1 looks really cool from Michael Conrad and Dave Chisholm. And why do I have a comma there?
I don't know,
Anywho,
Dave Chisholm.
Dave Chisholm. And then of course, like Ted, also I was a fashion school serial killer #1. It's got
Man, we
our
gotta we
buddy
gotta we
Doug
gotta reach
Wagner
out to
and
Doug. Yeah,
Daniel Hilliard. Yeah,
yeah.
Doug's great.
Yes, we haven't talked to him in a
And
while.
no, we haven't. Well, Ted, I either have to have us pause or end it because I have to pee really bad.
No, I think it's time to take us out because I feel like I'm about to collapse.
Do you?
Um, I'm just
That's why I'm
tired.
that's
I'm
why I'm
just tired.
wiggling that's why I'm
Yeah,
wiggling around
yeah.
so much because I'm
So
sitting.
I mean, it's your job to take us out. Take us out, man.
All right, guys, thanks for listening. It's been awesome. And we'll catch you guys after the next page. See ya. Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22 Panels Podcast.